Yo, all across our world, it's people who are getting abused and beaten for the same faith that you and I believe in. And over here, if they ain't got the light show right, if the singing ain't tight, we can't get into the presence of God. Man, we so spoiled. We scared to let people know that we even saved in our schools, at our job, cause we scared people gonna laugh at us. Yo, listen up, man. This is for Jesus, who knew his fate as a toddler, knew it would take him staring in the face of the monster of death, yet he demonstrates the love of a father, willing to die. Jesus Christ, yeah, he was a martyr. To live is Christ and to die is gain. But we weaker than Peter, every weekend we denying his name. No, we ain't willing to die for his reign. We too afraid to socially die, so we try to hide the shame. This is for brother you who got beaten in his face and executed in his mouth. Can tell you how watch tastes. Got manure smothered over his plate. Was forced to eat it just for preaching Jesus in a place where you can be beaten for believing in your faith. Like Stephen, we still experiencing God's grace. Can't see it goes deeper than just a Christian in the States. In America, sometimes we only Christian in name. And what I mean by we only Christian in name is everybody claim to be saved. Everybody claims to be a Christian. But you rarely got people out there actually trying to fulfill the Great Commission. We skip over scriptures like, you gotta suffer with Christ, be a good soldier. We treat God like he's a get-rich-quick scheme. Look, people think when you die, joy stops. Not always, as Rachel Joy Scott inspired millions to a death just to live out their lives. To the death of themselves, till they live life for Christ. This is for Mark Glass and Paul Washer, who been beaten for telling the truth of the Lord's offer. Come to him, be in love with him or burn. We too concerned with big ribs and perm. How much we earn from work? This is for every believer in high school. Standing tall for God in the hall like it's high noon. Think you doing good cause you go on a mission trip, but don't say nothing about Christ at work, we missing it. Go to church, sing songs, acting like we innocent. Last night I sang lips was singing with 50 Cent. Jesus' first followers were beaten with many whips, so we can have discipleship opportunities that's infinite. But that's not part of our discussion. We preach about Christ, but not his dying and his suffering. We say we love him, but we ain't really trying to touch him. He's too bloody, plus we got time until the judgment. But what about all the different things Jesus said of Peter and John the Baptist and others? They were beheaded for the sake of the kingdom. You know you should be headed to every nation. Why? Just because he said it. So we gotta get better, y'all. We gotta get stronger. We gotta grow on our faith. We at least gotta be willing to be laughed at by people who claim to be our friends. Matthew 7 says that many people are gonna come to Jesus at the end and be like, Lord, Lord. And the short end of it is, Jesus is gonna be like, depart from me, I never knew you. Yo, don't be so shamed and so afraid to let people know that you saved, that you keep your mouth closed. There's people out here being killed for Jesus, being beaten, being locked in chains, being jailed. And we got a cush job, it look like. Come together and worship every Sunday. We got banging songs, freedom of speech. We can study the word as much as we want to. We ain't gotta hide. And yet we the weakest. Yo, let's grow, y'all. I'm out.